Welcome to our exploration of the profound concept that love covers a multitude of sin, as beautifully expressed in 1 Peter 4:8-4. In this passage, Peter writes to Christians scattered throughout the Roman Empire, reminding them of the transforming power of love and its ability to overcome even the darkest of human experiences. We often focus on the negative aspects of sin, how it can lead us down a path of destruction and hurt others. However, 1 Peter 4:8 encourages us to look at love as the antidote, the balm that heals our souls and brings people together in the midst of turmoil. What does this look like in practice? How do we apply the concept of love covering a multitude of sin to our everyday lives? In the following sections, we'll delve deeper into Peter's words, exploring how love can transform us and those around us. We'll examine real-life examples of people who have put this principle into action and find practical ways to incorporate it into our own relationships. Biblical context and key passages. The concept that love covers a multitude of sin is rooted in Scripture, with several key passages emphasizing the power of love to overcome human flaws. One such passage is 1 Peter 4:8, which reminds us, above all, love each other deeply, because love covers over a multitude of sins. In NIV, this emphasis on love as a cover for sin is echoed in Proverbs 10:12, where it's written, "Love covers all faults." In Isaiah 44, we find words of encouragement that can help us trust in God's sovereignty, even when faced with our own weaknesses. "So do not fear, for I am with you. Do not be frightened, for I am your God. I will strengthen you and help you. I will uphold you with my righteous right hand." The idea is not to downplay the severity of sin or ignore its consequences, but rather to recognize that love can be a force that heals and transforms us, even in the midst of struggles. This theme of love's redemptive power is also reflected in Jesus' teachings. For instance, his parable of the prodigal son, Luke 15:11-32, highlights how a father's unconditional love can bring about forgiveness and restoration, even when faced with our deepest flaws. This emphasis on love as a force for transformation is not limited to these passages alone. Rather, it's a recurring theme throughout Scripture, reminding us that God's love is the foundation upon which we stand. By looking at these key passages and others like them, we can gain a deeper understanding of how love covers a multitude of sin in our lives. Meaning and key themes. The concept that love covers a multitude of sin is not just a feel-good idea, but a profound truth rooted in the depths of human experience. It suggests that our capacity for love can be a powerful antidote to the destructive nature of sin. When we love unconditionally, we create space for people to make mistakes without being defined by those flaws. This doesn't mean ignoring or condoning sinful behavior, but rather recognizing that everyone struggles and making room for growth and transformation. In this sense, love becomes a cover for our imperfections, shielding us from the devastating effects of shame and self-condemnation. It reminds us that we are loved not in spite of our weaknesses, but precisely because of them. As Peter writes, above all, love each other deeply, because love covers over a multitude of sins. 1 Peter 4:8. This verse encourages us to prioritize love as the foundation upon which we build our relationships and communities. By doing so, we can create an environment where people feel safe enough to confront their flaws and work towards healing. This emphasis on love's redemptive power is also reflected in Proverbs 10:12, which states that love covers all faults. This phrase doesn't mean that love excuses or ignores our mistakes, but rather that it provides a context for forgiveness and restoration. When we love deeply, We create a space where people can learn from their errors without being consumed by them. Practical application today. So, how do we apply the concept of love, covering a multitude of sin, in our everyday lives? One way is to practice active listening and empathy. When someone shares their struggles with us, try not to offer solutions or judgment, but rather simply listen and acknowledge their pain. This act of listening can be incredibly powerful, as it reminds people that they are seen, heard, and valued, regardless of their flaws. By creating a safe space for open communication, we can help others feel more comfortable, confronting their weaknesses, and working towards healing. Another way to apply this concept is by showing kindness and compassion to those around us. When someone makes a mistake or struggles with sin, try not to focus on their failure, but rather offer them love, support, and encouragement. This can be as simple as sending a text message or making a phone call to check in. By doing so, we can help create an atmosphere of grace and forgiveness, where people feel empowered to confront their flaws and grow towards transformation. As we strive to love one another deeply, we'll find that our capacity for love becomes a powerful cover for the multitude of sins that plague us all. Some practical ways to apply this concept include sending a kind message or note to someone who is struggling, offering to listen without judgment, or offering solutions, practicing active empathy and understanding. By incorporating these habits into our daily lives, we can become agents of love and transformation, helping others to see that they are loved, but precisely because of them. Conclusion. Love's transforming power. In conclusion, the concept of love covering a multitude of sin is a powerful reminder that our capacity for love can be a transformative force in our lives and the lives of those around us. As we strive to prioritize love as the foundation upon which we build our relationships and communities, we create an environment where people feel safe enough to confront their flaws and work towards healing. As Peter writes, "Above all, love each other deeply, because love covers over a multitude of sins." 1 Peter 4:8. This verse encourages us to approach others with empathy, kindness, and compassion, rather than judgment or condemnation. By doing so, we can help create an atmosphere of grace and forgiveness that empowers people to confront their weaknesses and grow towards transformation. As we reflect on the biblical context and key passages discussed in this article, let us remember that love is not just a feeling, but a choice we make every day. By choosing to love one another deeply, we can become agents of transformation, helping others to see that they are loved not in spite of their flaws, but precisely because of them.